Okay, there we go. Who is next for us to murderize? Right, I was trying to decide who to go after. We've already moved the... Have we moved all of the armies we have?
Ready for battle.
Yes, moved pretty much all of the armies. How the Huns are feeling. What their ranking is. They are now ranked second. They have overtaken the Eastern Roman Empire in terms of military ranking, despite the fact that they just lost an army. Wow, and they hate us. Agent actions against the Huns, minus 156. You've done worse to me. You've done far worse to me. Alright, let's sort this by money. And make sure that we're not having any big problems anywhere. Insuleos Occidentalis is actually losing public order at the moment, which I don't appreciate. So we probably need to upgrade the Civitas. We have quite a lot of food here. That will increase public order. Not a huge amount. Getting you to a circus would be a huge help. It would cost 7,500. And it would also take all of the food that we are currently producing as a surplus. That's fine. We could actually build more farms. In fact, the growth here in general just kind of is suggesting that I should just do more stuff. This is really wealthy. I'm really tempted to just save the money for it. You need to get a couple of repairs done. You know what I should look at? Roma. Your food supply is 0. That's because you need fields here. And you should be an auditorium. You should probably be upgraded to a governor's house. And you need to be repaired, but you're currently beyond repair. Armies already ordered. How much is it to upgrade the carpenters here? So that I can then get Kyroballistas and large onagers. Oh, I can get my own World War I artillery. We want to do this. Next turn. We're going to get the carpentry workshop. We also need to save some money to make sure we can get the cavalry compound. No, the infantry barracks upgraded. As soon as that becomes available. Is there an armor smith here? There is. We'd also like to upgrade you so we can get armor smithing too, so we can get the silver level. There's a lot of buildings I need. There's an awful lot of buildings. Is this my favourite Total War? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yes. It's great. Hilarious Scava. This is a different Hilarious. We have a new Hilarious, everyone! Huzzah! Ooh, you got a Cairo Ballista as well. Awesome. You are a public order person, so you need a public order artist. You're mostly going to be fighting rebels. So I'd say morale for Latin Christian armies. And Caress the Moon people. I'm just going to double check something. So of my major militaries, are you all wearing Cuirass of the thingy people? So you're using movement speed, that's actually fine. You are using a different thing, that's also fine. Public order from... no, it's only if you're present and staying there. You don't have anything I particularly want. Marshal Slav, you are definitely a frontliner. You're using campaign movement, that is fine. Gabriel, you're not really a frontliner, but you're definitely someone who's going to be sticking around doing some damage. Public order, though, is probably the more useful. You are definitely a frontliner. You have no gear. Right, because you you just came alive. You're also a member of the family, so you're definitely getting the curiosity of the public there, the people. You're also going to get morale for Latin Christian armies. And, what was that? Plus 15 morale. Oh, against Eastern armies. Local province. Public order and sanitation. I mean, that's more for somebody who's just going to stick around. We could do the charge bonus and authority for your general. You know what, we'll do that. We also need to get you married. We need you to fight a couple of battles so that you can get some influence going on. Do I expect Three Kingdoms to be as good as this one? I honestly don't know. I think that Total War are very good at learning from the games that they've done in the past. Like, they saw what was bad in Attila, the constant town battles, especially as Western Rome. So they stripped them out in Thrones of Britannia, which has made it a far more streamlined experience and means that you have a lot more field battles rather than just sieges constantly. Total War Warhammer, their agents are excellent. They've learned from how the Huns work in this and the other nomads in order to make the Chaos factions work as you'd expect Chaos to be, just a force of ruination. But also like the Norska, where they're more reliant on raiding and sacking rather than actually just building up their own economy. And you can see that kind of starting here in Attila. So I think they're very good at learning lessons from previous Total War games, so as a game I think it's going to be fine. The thing I'm a little bit concerned about, and I hate saying this, but like the heroes, I don't like the emphasis on heroes and like the heroic actions of the generals. I'm not one of these people who hates Total War Warhammer because it's not historical. I love Total War Warhammer, but it is a very different game. I'm just a little bit worried where the Three Kingdoms, being a more historical game, is going to have too many fantasy elements. That's a little bit concerned about. If they handle it right, and I have a lot of faith that they will, then I'm okay with it. And yes, I understand that there's a way that you can turn those fantasy elements off. If it's done well, though, then I won't care. It's just, if it's a good game, it's a good game. But I don't know. I need to see it, I need to touch it, I need to play it before I can really say. Yes, I'm excited for it, though. Like, I know nothing about that era, I know nothing about that area. Like, my knowledge of the Chinese region, Chinese history, 0. I know there's China over there somewhere in the east. That's about it. So I'm kind of excited for that, and hopefully it will trigger some interest in the same way that Dharma has triggered interest in India and India's history. I hope that that happens the same for China. Might do. We'll see. So yes, I'm excited, but with reservations. Historical Total War Warhammer when? Well, that's the thing. Like, I like Total War Warhammer, and I think that they've done the agents and the lords and stuff like that really well. It is a great fantasy strategy game. I have very little that I want to say against Warhammer. I think it's a really, really solid game. The only thing I would say is the elves are too strong, but then that's coming from a dwarf lover, so you know. Right, you still haven't got any skills. You are a general, but you are definitely a bodyguard, or a defensive general. But actually, you're still a general, so you need to get those skills going. And Lionheart has some additional traditions. This is the same army. Integrity. Wealth from industrial and construction cost. Public order. That's what we want you to get. And Constantina still has public order issues, so you probably just need more troops.
Battle. Are you ready to serve?
That can certainly be arranged. Those guys are pretty cheap. On to the next. The Huns are scaring me. I want to know what on earth they're planning. Danians are heading home again. Oh, no, they are not. No, I never did peace out the Caledonians. Hunnic priest going after my champion. Another priest. Another priest.
The generals feel that an attack here would be of great mutual benefit.
You're going to offer me 1,000 for
arrange
war with
such an
like
offensive?
half the world. Nah, I'm good. You brought that on yourself. I'm not expert about Three Kingdoms, but I must admit it would be hard to do a Three Kingdoms game without having a bigger focus on the heroes than the rest of the Total War historic games. More than being about historical context of the time, Three Kingdoms romance is about the characters. Fair enough. I have not read Romance of the Three Kingdoms, so I couldn't say. This is someone who's coming in with, like I said, zero knowledge of the time, the setting, the era, nothing. But I like my Total War games. The only one that I actively disliked of Total War was Empire. Not so much that I wouldn't play it, I just didn't enjoy it that much. Rome was fine. Rome 2 was broken at launch, but now seems fine. Attila is fantastic. I love Attila. Total War Warhammer, great. Medieval 2, awesome. Like, I'm fairly easy to please when it comes to the Total Wars. I'm kind of tempted to send the spy just to go and have a look around.
How may I serve you?
Because, you know, that's what spies do. Let's do that. Let's have a look around. We've also got a massive sight radius. Where is Attila? Still haven't seen him.
I am a champion of the Lord. Another lost soul.
Hey, Coldridge. Opportune failure.
My sword is yours.
Saw a blurb on the Three Kingdoms. Looks like hero controls 3 or so units. Other than that, it looks like a Total War game. Yeah, like the heroes commanding smaller units, I have no problem with that. In fact, I kind of like it because it gives you a bit more of an order of hierarchy type thing. It's the individual heroes and how strong they are at fighting. Like, if they can take out entire units, I'd have a problem with that. Not a huge problem. Like, I'm nitpicking here because I know so little about it. I'm going to send you over on this side too. Yeah, I think we're going to need to bolster the legions in this area. In fact, you probably need to bolster this legion more than others. How big has Dacia grown? I think Dacia's actually lost some territory up here. They still have Augusta, they still have Azoncho. And then these two. They lost Vienna to Septimania. Interesting. I think they lost that to rebels. Well, I guess I'm going to take Septimania back again.
Welcome, I suppose. No, do not sit. That is for us and for friends.
You're allied to the Saxons.
You, for
The Saxons
now,
I'm at peace
will
with.
stand.
Oh, it was the Who are you fighting? Saxons are not at war with anybody. Wait, that's not the Saxons. That's the Saxons. Saxons are at war with Dacia, so it was the Saxons who pulled this out of Dacia. I'm okay with this. If you can destroy Dacia so much that they give up Vienna and Segusio, then I will declare war on these guys and take the Saxons out. Because that will limit Dacia to these territories, and then I can take my time a bit more in what I want to go after myself. You need to go to Rhegium to recruit some more. There's a historical and romance version. There won't be heroes in the historical. Yeah, I know. That is one of the things where I'm like, but they're making the right moves to fix some of my issues with it. And like I said, like, the jury is out on the hero system. If the heroes work and it feels right for the setting, then fantastic.
Ready for orders.
That's the one area where I'm a little... I don't know. I have not seen how this works, so I cannot judge it. You could reach Verona. You cannot reach those guys. You could reach and rebuild Florence, but the Huns are dangerously close to you if you do that. Okay, you're now actually getting public order here. That's great. Alright, awesome. You are still getting unhappiness. I don't really know how I'm going to improve that. You might just need to have a legion here. Just a small one to keep people happy. Ooh, replenishment, that's always a good one. We can bring in Neon.
At your command. To your
Leave you
duties,
there.
men.
You can
We
recruit a
need
couple of
good
spears.
fighters. It is a great
Six.
and glorious
Hopefully
thing
6
to
is enough.
serve your people.
I was saving money. I wanted to build a thing over here. What was it? It wasn't garrison. I don't have the gold mine yet? Oh, I'm an idiot. Except this whole place is plunged with disease. And they are having really big problems with disease. Oh, I can't... Wait, I have no timber? I have timbers right here. Oh, I haven't built the timber building. And you, I wanted to upgrade. Build a church in the island. I don't really want to pay the upkeep for it though. How powerful am I compared to the other factions? I'm currently ranked first. But then you start ranked first. We're still pretty big. I mean, the real danger is over. This is about how I retake my territories. And how, like, the only real danger left, I would say, is probably the Sassanids. And the Huns. The Huns could still, like, do a lot of damage in Italy, but I think that my defenses here are good enough that we'd be able to, like, outlast one of their big assaults. But it also depends on how many troops the Huns have. I mean, they are still second. No, third. Second. Sassanids? Where's Eastern Rome? Eastern Rome. Eastern Rome has overtaken the Huns. Eastern Rome's not that strong. So it's basically Western Rome all the way up here. Then Eastern Rome like down here. And the Huns like down here. And then everybody else off the camera. Because one-on-one I could very well do some damage to you. I need more information. Before I move any more armies around, I just need more information. I don't know how many armies are hiding there in Aquileia. If it's just that army and Attila, awesome, I can split them up and destroy them individually. If there's 7 full stacks over there by Attila, then oh dear. No, I didn't go after Septimania. They're allied with the Saxons. I want the Saxons to do some more damage to the Dacians. And then once they've done that and worn each other out, then I'll go in and just sweep up, clean up. Attila's just chilling in the Alps. He kind of is. I wish he wasn't. I don't like not knowing where he is. I think the fact that Milan lies in ruins has confused the poor man. Either that or he's just doing a massive offense with his priests. Weakening us, softening us up. Just like a little hair that keeps on dangling down. It's pissing me right off. And also an annoyingly itchy ear right now. Wearing headsets for too long does that. Wounded. Persuaded. Betray. Misdirect. Magna Gracia is going to rise. So what did you just do? Did you just kill or turn somebody? That's my spy. Right, he's got past you. Yeah, that's what I was concerned. Yeah. This is what I was concerned about.
At your service.
This is what I didn't want to
The
fight.
devil makes work for idle hands.
7 stacks. You are archers. We are archers. The coming storm. Tier 3 medium melee cavalry. Knockers. Hunnic devil cavalry. Noble steppe cataphracts. First wave lancers. Hunnic devil. More Hunnic devil. No, those were devil cavalry. These are devil archers. Hunnic horse archers. Bosphoran infantry. Chosen, you are warriors. You are archers. More knockers. Hunnic devil archers. These guys are all super high level. Large onagers. More large onagers. Even more large onagers. And let's have some more large onagers. These are all just ridiculous. I think Attila wishes to have words. I think he may. I think he may well do. True Fight, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Actually,
I am a shadow.
this is a thing I can do.
They will trouble you no longer.
73% chance of wounding Attila. And you fail.
I feel Christ's presence.
You feel Christ's presence in the presence of the Antichrist.
Champion of the Lord. That soul is away to the afterlife.
Hey, another wounded person. So, I lost
How can I
a champion.
Their life is mine.
Failed.
My failings shame me.
Right, so is that guy coming back? He's coming back. He was just wounded. Alright, cool. Do we have any buildings over here? You're still trying to upgrade to the level where you're not immediately going to die. Level 4 wheat fields. You're having serious issues with disease, and there's not a hell of a lot I can do about it. Havericum's level 4. You haven't leveled up yet. Your sanitation is already -5 because we have no sanitation here whatsoever. That's going to make it even worse. It's going to be -8. I need a lot more population surplus here. This place needs growth. This place just needs growth. No, that's food production. That's not growth. Okay, there is no edict that does growth. Great. I'd love to do this. I'm just not convinced that I really can. So, I just need to deal with rebels every now and then. Every now and then, like every turn. Harkening back to the old days, the bad old days, the days I was trying to get away from. What was Ravenna? Illyria, and Illyria also holds actually just those 3. They lost these. I don't know what to do about Attila. Now that I know where he is and how bloody scary that is. 7 full stacks. I'm going to need like 10 of my own. And that's going to leave like the rest of my empire unguarded. Got large onagers. Interesting. The other thing, of course, being that I want large onagers, but I need the timber for that. The timber is still being built. How long until I can upgrade your military buildings? Next turn I can get the infantry compound. You're already upgrading to the armory. You've got massive sanitation problems, so this bad boy needs to be upgraded, which we have no money for. I kind of want to just sit on my haunches and not do much. I'd also really like to invade Britain and just burn it, so I don't need to worry about you so much. So we're going to get you coming north. We're going to send you back to Toronum.
Ready for battle. Call this a garrison.
And then next turn, hopefully we can launch one against Londinium.
Ready for order.
Smitherman, no sign of hostile ships. You could recruit 2 more of those, which is what you lost. Zilver. Aquae Sextier has been rebuilt. Garrison is there. It's not amazing. Well, actually, you're in a position where you can go after Vienna. So that's fine. You're rebuilding.
Ready for battle.
I'm wondering if I want to put you in Neapolis and then you in Rome. Sorting the public order issues here. Although Rhegium still has some pretty serious ones.
At your command.
I have warning if those guys are coming. We'll put you in Tarentum for a time.
To your duties, men. Ready for battle.
That's keeping them happy. Good. Good. You're happy. Everyone's happy. This is a very happy empire. Except for those who are not happy, but we don't talk about them. Nor what happens to them. Is Dublin still burnt? Dublin is still burnt. And soon London will be burnt too.